Hey, is this Shedeur? Hey, this is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
It's ain't gonna be nothing to
Hey, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
Okay.
You know, boys will be boys. When I was 21 years old, if I had the opportunity to prank call Shedeur Sanders, I would have done it. I would have done the same thing at 21, and me and my friends would have laughed our asses off. But looking at the same situation at 40 years old, Shedeur Sanders didn't deserve that. Say what you want about Shedeur Sanders. There are plenty of legitimate criticisms. You can say that he's cocky, he's arrogant. You can say that his level of talent is the reason that he fell to the 5th round of the NFL draft. You can say Shedeur Sanders is spoiled, entitled, pampered. There are plenty of legitimate criticisms for Shedeur Sanders, but he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve to be prank called on the most humiliating day of his life. And Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, he damn sure doesn't deserve to lose his job over this, which is exactly what could happen if the NFL decides that those are the consequences. The young man who prank called Shedeur Sanders, he is the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. He claimed that he found Shedeur Sanders' phone number by accident while looking at his father's iPad while visiting his parents, which is an excuse that is the equivalent of the dog ate my homework. This prank call should be over and done with. Kid called Shedeur Sanders personally to apologize. From what I understand, Shedeur Sanders accepted his apology and forgave him. The kid also publicly apologized to Shedeur Sanders, where the kid proved that he's a dumbass kid because he misspelled Shedeur Sanders' name. But this should be over and done with. It is what it is. Kid prank called Shedeur Sanders. Everyone their age had a laugh at Shedeur Sanders' expense and moved on. But for some reason, Roger Goodell, hey, it's me, Roger G. Roger Goodell feels the need to investigate this heinous crime. And it's entirely possible, maybe not likely, but it is possible that Jeff Ulbrich could lose his job over this. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. I have seen some on social media complaining because the NFL didn't investigate the prank call that happened last year with Cooper DeJean. I didn't even know that Cooper DeJean was prank called. I imagine that most of you guys didn't either, which might be why the NFL didn't investigate. But more than likely, the NFL didn't investigate because Cooper DeJean is Cooper DeJean, and Shedeur Sanders is Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders' father is a Hall of Famer, and Cooper DeJean's father is, hell, maybe he's a model for Wrangler jeans, Gap jeans. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter because this doofus phone call should not warrant an investigation. Supposedly, Tyler Warren, he was prank called before he was picked in the draft too. Will the NFL investigate that egregious crime? Will Stephen A. Smith claim that those pranksters' fathers should whip their ass too? I mean, seriously. What the hell are we doing here? Are we really investigating prank phone calls? Is that what society has come to? Are we really that concerned with protecting feelings? Yesterday, my wife came home and told me how my nephews were in big trouble. She was hanging out with her sister, and the boys, they were running around the neighborhood ringing doorbells and running away. Now, they were not leaving a bag of the flaming doodle on the front porch. They were just ringing and running. Some lady came outside screaming at my sister-in-law, claiming that she was going to call the cops on these dangerous 9-year-olds. I guess the cops in our suburban city will be investigating a flurry of doorbell vandals. That is the equivalent of this NFL investigation. That is the equivalent of this fake outrage that we are seeing from Stephen A. Smith and ESPN. Roger Goodell is investigating kids, essentially investigating kids ringing doorbells and running away. Apparently, this is a common occurrence every year during the NFL draft. Potential draft picks become the victims of prank phone calls. But the NFL and the media, they only seem to be concerned when it happens to one of their own. And look, they're not doing any favors to Shedeur Sanders. This dude already has enough negative publicity. The last thing he needs is the NFL and the media making him out to be the ultimate victim. But give me your thoughts on this. Should the NFL be investigating this prank phone call? Me personally, I think we should just let boys be boys. Whatever happened to that? What was so bad about that? Let 21-year-old kids be 21-year-old kids. Am I prank calling Shedeur Sanders at 40 years old? Absolutely not. But when I was 21, I'd have done the same thing. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.